Hey guys, what's going on? Wanted to make a quick video just to kind of help out with the Black Ops 4 poster that just got revealed. But quickly, a couple months ago, I just recently solved the Black Ops 3 poster that went unsolved for a long time. Um, a lot of people had their own kind of speculations, but I kind of recently discovered that it was based off of and it was hinting towards the Hellraiser movies. And really quickly, these are just some images from the Hellraiser movie. They'll show you that that guy on the poster was supposed to be a hint towards Frank, who is the character that is dead, and you have to use souls to bring him back to life. You have to sacrifice souls to bring him back to life, kind of like what we have to do with the rituals in Black Ops 3 Shadows of Evil. So that was a big hint that went unsolved. But I recently, I'm trying to get more into solving zombies, Easter eggs to help everybody out. Because when the games come out, I pretty much just play multiplayer. But I'm trying this time around to help everybody out a little bit faster and show them maybe what the storyline might be about. And like I said, I'll kind of skim through these real quick to kind of give you an idea of what Black Ops 3 Shadows of Evil was loosely based off of. You should see the movie if you haven't seen it. It's a Clive Barker book that turned into a movie, but basically he is needs to get brought back to life and needs souls, and the woman who he has an affair with uses souls to bring him back to life, and that's just part of the whole Black Ops 3. But anyways, moving on, just kind of want to give you a backstory and give everybody a big hint about that. So this is a new poster, and what I found, or believe it to be, is going to follow the storyline of the Mask of the Red Death, where, as you know, in any story, any hooded figure is represented as death. Either like the Grim Reaper or any hooded figure is represented as death, and you can kind of see this big comparison between the two. I believe this is maybe a clock. It symbolizes a clock. It has 13 figures on it, I guess you can say. Some of it are duplicates. And the only thing with the 13, I can think maybe the 13th hour is the death hour, it's called. But anyways, the movie, I'll link it in here, that there is a free movie on YouTube you can watch. It's about an hour and 28 minutes. But it's a really good movie, and I think this was going to be loosely based off of. It's just a guy who is very similar to Nero from Shadows of Evil, but he's a prince. His name is Prince Prospero, and he's a very arrogant prince and only likes the rich people in his community. Hates the poor people because the poor people in his country or what in town or whatever it is are diseased, he believes, so he only wants the rich people to live in his castle. And it's supposed to be like a symbolism how the prince is running away from death, but eventually death is going to come for him in the end of the movie. I don't want to give too much away, but I'll link it if you want to check it out. But this is kind of what I think it's going to be based off of, because it looks very similar. In this photo that I got from Google, this looks like a mummy, but it's a masquerade dance. That's why it's spelled more like masquerade, not like MASK. It's about a masquerade party that he has towards the end of the night, and I think this person just illustrated it as a costume, like a mummy costume. But inside that costume, right here, where you can't see where the cursor is Death. Death is dressed up, for the costume party. So in the Black Ops 4 Treyarch poster, Death is a hooded figure. He has the mask on. He's concealing himself throughout the whole movie, and these red symbols I think are also symbols of death. I'll show you. I believe some of them, like the skull is death, so I'm thinking like red death, red ring of death, something like that. Or it could be like also a symbolism of the clock. So that's something I'll go over real quickly. I did kind of search some stuff so you can kind of see, and you can kind of search it on your own. These are all different interpretations of the Mask of the Red Death. different illustrations over the years and stuff like that. So you can kind of read up on it. Edgar Allan Poe. I mean, there's a lot of crows in Black Ops 3, and a lot of crows in you know, zombies. I think sometimes there's been a lot of crows. I know of at least like one or two instances. So also symbolisms of death, the skull, and this is kind of something that I've researched. I've figured out some of them, but I'll be honest, some of them I have not. Um, so some of them you can kind of scroll through. You can see. I mean, it's gonna be kind of difficult. I know some people found them to be like alchemist um, symbols, but some of them I think also symbolizes death. Now it's not going to be that easy to solve all of them and see all their origins, I guess. But if you kind of scroll through some of this, you'll probably see some of these that match up similarly um, as a symbol of death. That's what I believe. I mean, it does look very similar, and like I said, some of these are symbols of death, so you can kind of scroll through them and kind of look and see if you can find any. It's probably not going to be as easy as I thought. I really only found like two of them, but didn't find too much more. And this one up here where the cursor is, that one is one that I found. I think this is it, Thanos or Thanatos, the Greek symbol, and he is the Greek symbol of death. So that's something that I kind of looked into. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he is it can mean like soul, and I believe, of course I'm probably not gonna find it now, I think spirit of non-violent death. So that symbol is a symbol of death. So that's something that I kind of came across. But if you look at it, even the poster, and compare the two, and just in case, so you think I'm not pulling a fast one, a lot of the Mask of the Red Death are all kind of similar. Like this, it's not a skeleton. He has a mask on. They all have masks on for this masquerade ball. This is one that I found that looked really cool, but I won't go in too much detail. You could just kind of search, and I'll link the video for you so you guys can check out the movie. It's a really good movie. It has Vincent Price, who did the voice for Thriller. He's really big in horror movies too. So you can check it out. And the Red Death is a disease, supposedly, that was based off tuberculosis. So that is what I think the movie is saying, that the Red Death is itself. And I don't remember what time period. I think it's 1800s, but it's a pretty cool. I mean, that's from Phantom of the Opera, I believe. It's a really good story. I'll put the video and you can check it out. Let me know what you think. I'll see you guys later.